Welcome back to the channel. Today's job, we are going to trim all the hedges. All those hedges there, all those hedges there, along here both sides, and there both sides. Stick with me, it's gonna be fun. Where's the sun? Ah, it's better. I'm going to start off using manual hedge shears from that belonged to my mother from about 30-40 years ago. I think they belonged to my grandfather before that. And then I'll be switching to the Milwaukee cordless M18 Fuel hedge trimmer quick lock attachment, and we'll see which one's better. The first things we're going to be using are these traditional shears. They're rusty. They're dull, feel good in the hand, nice shape to them. Let's see how that works. I'm struggling already with the first one. They can't do very good. So there's this little notch, I don't know if you can see that. For bigger stalks, you have to put it in there. Cut it. Doesn't leave a very nice end to it, but it seems to be working well. Again, if it's thicker, you have to kind of get it in this notch. We'll just make our way down. Sorry about the wind if it's windy. But this very tiring. Lots of arm movement needed. Not very well suited for keeping things straight. I guess you could flip them over if you wanted to keep it at a certain distance and certain height. Maybe that's a bit better for the wind. Very windy today. It's been kind of chilly lately. Only 19 or 20 degrees today, Celsius. I'll put that in Fahrenheit there for my friends in America land. So we're going to switch this out for the cordless tools. Milwaukee Fuel with the 18 milliamp battery on the quick lock system, and I have my hedge trimmer attachment. The nice thing about this is you can set it to do your top layer, keep it at your certain height to go across. You can also set it to do your edging. And the nice thing about it as well is I set it this way as well to do the bottom row along the ground. So I'll quickly put this together and show you how it works. Alright, so let's have a look at that. That was only a couple seconds of trimming, and as you can see, does a fantastic job. What I like to do is go through and do a quick cut, just get everything started, knock off all the high stuff, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll trim down and make it a lot more flush if I need to, and just clean up the little bits left over. But that's a great start. Not too concerned about making it absolutely perfect. Nice enough to see from the road, but I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up, but it is a bit wonky. So I'll go through afterwards and make sure it's nice and flat. So now I'll do the top of this section so you can see how that goes. So then if you keep the shoulder strap tight, and that becomes your pivot point, and then you angle the cutting blade to the height that you want, you don't have to worry about putting a string line or anything like that to keep your top level. And again, I'll just cut the tops off, and then I'll start using that as I'll start fine-tuning it afterwards. Alright, so that you can see the top's done. Nice quick cut. So that compared to that. And the other thing I like to do is come along and do a nice little edge on this to get rid of the points, to kind of round it off a bit. So again, I switch the angle of the blades. So something like that. So that's kind of what I do for that. And then the last thing I do is I go along the bottom and just trim up on the same kind of angle. So now the bottom's all nicely done. The tops are nicely done. So you can see the difference between that side and that side. So I'll just set you back up here. We'll do a time lapse of the front facing on this one, and we'll see how it looks. You lying down on the job? Come on, let's go. I guess it wouldn't be a Ross on land video if the camera didn't fall at least once. So there's the front facing. My first pass. We'll just clean up this last end and then I'll race along back doing the tops. Maybe I'll put you over here out of the wind a bit more. Then we'll see what we can capture there. And then every once in a while I like to step back and make sure I'm going on the same plane and adjust the height as needed. So that seems to be working. Down you go again. Woo! I'll just clean up the corner there and we'll be done. And what I'm doing is I'm letting this portion of the hedge grow a bit longer. I will trim it now, but just to cover the fence line. So it'll start to come up a bit higher. That takes a couple of years for it to just grow out a bit more each time, but very nice. Also, a good thing of note is when you're cutting with the hedge trimmer, if you angle the blades down a bit towards your, so you're not actually cutting it flush, you're cutting it on a bit of an angle. I don't know if I can get this to stand. Cut items flat, angle it a bit so that you're cutting, it seems to drag a bit better. As opposed to angling up. And the last thing is the bottom edge here. So after that complete hedge system, we have 3 bars. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Three bars out of 4. This battery is phenomenal. I don't know how many feet that is. Both sides and the top and the bottom edges with 1 bar. The problem with the battery is it's so good, it doesn't let me take a break. I'm gonna do the other ones. I'll check in a bit later. So we're going to use the mule, sorry about that, we're going to use the mule to rake up all of the hedge trimmings. We'll dump them in my compost pile, and when I go to wood chip, they'll be all nice and dry, and that'll work a lot better. I kind of like to work in stages where I do one thing and then do the next thing, as opposed to working in little sections where you do everything, put it all in the tarp, lift it in the back of the mule, and then do the next section. So this way I just go up and rake it all at the end, get rid of it. Fall number 3, tripod clipped the wheel of the mule, so down it goes. Oh, I just noticed that there's a huge section. I don't know if you can see it. There's a bulge here. So I'll come and clean that up. What I like to do is kind of leave it for a day, let things straighten out and go back to their natural natural look, and then see what needs to be pruned after that. Just cleaned up a bit. Right, so that's one side done. So compared to that, compared to this one, or behind those trees, this one is done. Very happy with it. I think I'll start on this one next. All right, that's the whole load. You can see, all clear, all in. Let's go dump it. All right, and for this section, I'm gonna do the old snap of the fingers and have it magically completed. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I gotta take the glove off. And there we go. Done, just like that. Everyone has to learn how to do the snap fingers thing. Makes jobs around the property that much easier. I'm just gonna rinse and repeat the hedges over there and there. What did you do on your land today? Please like and subscribe if you like this content. If you're new to this channel, my name is Ross. I take care of 6 acres of property, doing odd jobs around the property with my Kubota BX tractor, my Kawasaki mule, and various other tools and toys. Thanks for much for watching. Catch you in the next one. All right, so that is the third hedge done. Very happy with that one. Now we just have this big tall one to do. And just as an update, I have 2 bars left on the battery. So more than enough to do everything I need.